Today we're taking a look at Boggle for the iPhone and iPod Touch, and I assume you are somewhat familiar with Boggle. I guess you can't really call it a board game, just sort of a word game in which you shake a container with 16 letters, and then everyone writes down as many letters as they can. Now, in this digital version, there are the 16 letters. For me, one of the things that's missing that's a little disappointing is that Boggle sound. Yes, there's a sound involved with when you have to shake in the game, but it's just not quite the same as the quote-unquote real game. So as you play, you look for words, either 3 letters or more, I should say. I was going to say 3 or 4, but if you're a real pro, you'll find more than 4 letters at a time. And you tap on the letters. Then when you want to confirm the word, you just tap on the last letter one more time. It will flash if it turns out you've already used that letter, and of course, that word rather. And of course, the other thing you can do here is sort of try out words, which I always feel is a little bit of cheating, but if there's something you're not sure if there's a word with a certain combination, just press the letters and see what happens. Now, this is the basic mode. You also have an advanced mode in which the letters flip and change places after you use them in a word, and you can have your own music from your iPod. There's a built-in music player, or you can just sort of play Boggle the old-fashioned way. And speaking of playing the old-fashioned way, there's also a mode in which you do self-scoring, which means essentially you just see the 16 Boggle letters on the screen, and you can write down your words just like you would in the good old days. So basically, multiple people can use this as a digital version of the game and play by writing down their words rather than passing the device back and forth. You have that option as well, though. And speaking of options, you have some interesting stats on the achievements page that comes up. Unfortunately, though, there's no Game Center integration. So if you want to play someone else, there's kind of a little bit of a clunky system in which you need to send them an email, and then they get the email, and then they can play you in Boggle and accept your challenge. So it'd be nice if the Game Center integration was there, but otherwise, a fairly accurate digital recreation of Boggle for the iPhone and iPod Touch. For thedigital lifestyle.tv, I'm Ryan Ritchie.